This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We're all set to go, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. These guys, they haven't quite figured things out yet, just 2-5 on the year. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 14 carries, 56 yards.
He's really been somewhat special to watch this season and brings a real unique element to their offense. Even with defenses focusing on him all year, he still sits 4th in the league in yardage. Hard to come up with an answer for a back playing as well as he has been. They've got the work cut out for them in this one as he chases another big week.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. You talk about this Lions defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's the conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. And the numbers for Gibbs from last week, 15 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
I can remember the last time we did a game and the coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Here's Williams. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he goes out right around the 39.
A gain of 8 yards, and it's 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First down.
The Lions now at 2-5 to start play. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
What is up?
Counter play. Here's Gibbs. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. First down, Detroit. 16 yards on the pickup.
First down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Lions.
Go.
Another run for Gibbs here. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Hey, look at this Packers defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 8.
What is up?
Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
To throw, Williams. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll go play action here with Williams. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Luther Burden, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Ka'imi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Packers offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he's run the ball well to this point in the season, right there in the mix for NFL leaders in rushing. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Here's Love. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he's out right at the 25. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
All right, go.
Working out of the gun. Love. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Get ready.
Throwing. Love. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
This is taken at the 23. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
2nd and 10.
Ready, set.
To throw, it's Williams. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Lions, 1st down.
Ready, set. Hey, volunteer.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Ready, set. LeBron, stand left. Go, LeBron.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, He can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Looking to throw is Williams. That's downfield. He's got Fannin. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the Packers' 4-yard line.
From the gun, here's Williams. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Luther Burden, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions.
Ka'imi Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Looking to put a drive together. Love. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
And a nice job by the 2 of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the 1st down.
Yeah, nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 37-yard line.
Here we go, set.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
He's brought down at the 30.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Love. Got Dobbs over the middle. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
Set, ready, set, go, 50 red.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Short throw, he's got Kraft. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
Brings up 3rd down.
Love looking to throw it. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
7-yard line.
The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back. His name right there at the top. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up.
And the Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. He's got a man. It's his fullback. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. This 2nd and 4.
Ready, set.
To the air, Williams. That's over the middle into the hands of Moore. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Gain on the play. That's good for a Lions 1st down. A 5-yard gain on the
Throwing is Williams. That's to the right side, caught by Burden. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
At the 37-yard line.
Now 2nd and 3.
What is it?
To the air once more, Williams. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting him 1st down.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Working out of the gun, Williams. He's got this complete to Burden. And he's brought down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll look to throw again. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Fairbairn able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hanson with our EA Sports. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime. Get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
Cairo Santos set to
A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Now with Freese here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Lions offense and their running back getting set to go once more. We take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns out of the backfield. And his numbers are superior to the rest of his peers at this point in the season. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Williams. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Running play, it's Dowdle. Down the numbers, there he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Rico Dowdle, his first touchdown on the year. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off.
Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Here we go. Ready?
On play action, they'll throw. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Love now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jayden Reed, 70 yards. And the Packers get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
The Packers will set up for the 2-point.
They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. To throw, Williams. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Gibbs straight ahead. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Yellow, line.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Check pitch.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. All right, so they'll march backwards on the illegal block in the back.
And that's always a really tough call for the official, and I tend to give the benefit of the doubt. Remember, a block from the side is legal, but that time they made the determination that that one did come in the back.
Let's go. Red.
To throw now. Here's Love. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
8-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 37-yard
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Here's Love. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Love. That is caught. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
And the Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Again, it's Love. Short throw, he's got Kraft. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Throwing. Love. Caught left side. Williams. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It'll go down as a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now.
Ready, cut, go. Yellow.
Going back to Love. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So here are the Lions to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. looking to put a drive together.
Ready, set.
They'll start on the ground with Benson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
At the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
Ready, set. Hey, volunteer, volunteer, volunteer.
A give up the middle with Benson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll go again with Benson. Down the right sideline. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Trey Benson, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left.
Ka'imi Fairbairn set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And 9 at the 30-yard line.
Come on.
Back to throw. Love. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Ready.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Set, hut. Set.
In motion, right comes Reed.
Ready.
Working out of the gun. Love. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reed. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Packers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5.
Ready. 50, green. Ready.
Looking to throw. Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Man, this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Set, go. Black, 95.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Looking to throw is Williams. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run over center with Benson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. And It's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty. And that forces a fourth down situation. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Ready, ready, ready.
Now Love. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. From the 23, here's 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6.
Love. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
That's good. Packers, first down.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. That is caught. It's Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31.
First down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Love looking to throw it. Finding Williams once more, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Another Packers first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Love from the gun. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Hand off now to Gibbs. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Packers' 33-yard line.
What is it?
A handoff here to Benson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
What is up?
Throwing is Williams. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Savon Rebel. Now with that interception, you feel like we've got a ball game again. Remember, a two-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pull it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
16 yards. That's another Packers first down.
Ready, go.
First and 10.
Here's Love. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Love. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down. Love looking to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step one, the touchdown. You need a two-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for two again. That's why teams are practicing multiple two-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big two-point conversions. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as they'll try to get it to a one-score game with a two-point conversion. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And they will get back to it at one score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the fourth. And hold the phone now. This game isn't over yet.
Not at all. Now, get the football back. That's the first thing. However you do it, get the ball back and then manipulate the clock with your offense because you've got to get the ball into the end zone.
Illegal touching. Offense.
A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Here we go. We got Biggie Frosty. Biggie Frosty. Biggie Frosty.
They've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
What's up?
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and never an easy thing to do, no matter how good Green Bay is, what the year is, to come into Lambeau and get the victory, but they did it.
You're not just battling the team that you're playing that day. You're not just battling the crowd that's in attendance in that game. You're battling the history of the franchise. You're battling the ghosts that swirl around that place that help spur them on to victory. It is an unbelievable atmosphere, the most historic place in the league, and you have to make sure you stay focused on your task. Otherwise, you can get easily distracted.
Yeah, hats off to them for keeping that laser focus and getting the victory. So for Detroit, they get a much-needed victory to get to 3-5 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.